Whoa.
Talk a little.
I don't have nothing else to do.
Hey, that's what it is.
It felt a little more upscale than the average type shit.
I had a chef in the kitchen cooking like fresh.
Blue Tigers Fitted Network, internetz, back at it again in your ear holes. Happy New Year, happy holidays, happy 2018, Sherm.
Happy 2018, sir.
Happy 2018. When does the cutoff point for saying Happy New Year stop?
I feel like you got at least the first 10 days.
Why 10?
I don't know.
Why not 7?
You got to get 10 days from motherfuckers you might not see all the time. You know what I mean? A little buffer zone.
Yeah, and then you're like mid-January and you're like, hey, Happy New Year. Hey, thank you.
Okay, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long before you actually start putting 18 on your dates?
I try not to write things down anymore.
Okay.
Right? It's a digital world.
Stuck in the last.
Yeah, it's a digital world. You know, I'm not putting my name in the upper right-hand corner of the paper and writing out the date.
Not 7102 no more.
So yeah, it's a wrap, man. So
yeah, you're right. You know,
Scumbag Sherm, what up, though?
What up, brother?
You still scumbagging in 2018?
Yeah.
I'm
gonna be the green scumbag. I guess.
The green.
We gotta go green this year. You know.
Yeah.
Be clean. Be like a vegan scumbag and shit. I don't know if he exists yet. But
I don't know if he exists either, but you could be the first.
Yeah. Try for that.
It's a Teek and Sherm show tonight, internets, because regular ass time is apparently starting off his 2018 making moves.
Yeah, he's making moves out here. Yeah,
making moves out here, and I guess us two niggas aren't because we're here.
I know, right? Stuck with this motherfucker.
Stuck with this guy.
Time making moves with thugs and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Allegedly.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, we're chilling. Studio One. Back at it again.
It's freezing. I know we come back and it's fucking freezing.
It's freezing. It's supposed to be here in Detroit, negative 20 degrees with the wind chill this evening.
Well.
And that's Fahrenheit, people. When I was in Toronto, it was 33 degrees negative. Remember that?
Yeah,
Celsius.
Yeah, that shit wasn't cool to wake up on the news and see that number. Like,
and you're like, wait a minute. Negative 33.
Yeah, I stepped through the gates of, I don't even know if you could call it hell, but damn.
Like, are people going to die if they go outside?
Exactly. Am I going to instantly freeze? Nah, I don't need that.
I don't need that.
I don't need that.
But we made it. It's a new year.
Yeah. New year, new things.
New year, new things. New year, new you. You know, I don't believe in resolutions. I think we talked about that briefly on last couple shows. Resolutions are stupid. It's another white man's fix to get you to do other shit and buy shit that you really don't need.
So you just keep the train moving right through the next year?
You keep it pushing. You got to keep pushing. You know why? Because if the white man didn't tell you it was 2018 and it just kept rolling.
Would you know?
Would you know? That's like those people that say, does tomorrow ever really come? Because it's 11:59, then it's noon again, and it rolls all over again.
Good Lord. Are you a flat earther?
I'm not a flat earther. Okay.
He was concerning me for
Definitely the world is round. It's, we live in rural parts of that, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. All this resolution talk is whack. People getting their fat asses to the gym. Mm-hmm. I'm going to get my body fit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They sign up on that fucking LA Fitness or that, what's the other gym that's $10 a month? Planet Fitness.
Yeah.
They get on that shit and realize ain't no contract, but niggas taking $10 out of your shit a month. You get super motivated, go buy gym clothes and fucking shaker cups and shit. You putting your little protein powder mix in there.
Good Lord.
Getting your ass in the gym and see all these fuckers in there, right? So my normal gym rats, they get pissed around this time of year. Yeah. Niggas that ain't in the gym is
the
in
new
there.
jacks.
Yeah, right?
Fraudulent ass.
Fraudulent. You know, and Planet Fitness is fraudulent too. If you remember that video that surfaced on the internet, they got like pizza day on like Friday.
Exactly, which weirded me the hell out.
So niggas doing like sit-ups, eating the fucking turtle slice of pizza and shit. Like
there's nothing more American than Planet Fitness on a Friday or a Monday, whatever day it is.
Whatever day that was. And it's almost like, you might as well let niggas in there with cigarettes on a treadmill. Like, yeah, it's cigarette Saturdays. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're not wrong, bro.
What is that? So, resolutions are just whack. People, don't have the willpower. Not everybody, but there's a lot of people that don't have the willpower or the being diligent in carrying out what they set forth at the new year, right? And it's just whack. It happens every year.
So you literally walked into this year and was like, you know what? I'm not changing shit. That was it.
It was a lot. I said, fuck it, this is going to be what it's going to be. I was a jolly fat man through the winter months, and I said, you know what? I'm still going to be jolly. Maybe it's about spring. Now, my big ass might get out and do a little walking, a little jogging. I might lose the beer belly and come spring.
Isn't that like a resolution, though? I mean,
not really. It's just the way I'm feeling.
Well, that's good too, because because that's just the way I'm feeling. Because unlike you, I did do some resolutions, man.
Yeah, no more BTF juice for a little while, huh?
Nah, I had to leave the drink alone, man. I drank a lot of alcohol last year.
That's good, man. You were in a good mood.
Wait, is it good that I drank alcohol or?
It's good that you drank alcohol.
Okay, yeah, it is.
You didn't have that many colds last year.
No, well, no.
See,
no.
Alcohol does it every time.
I mean, personally, stand on my own little soapbox here. You know, a nigga had to stop smoking. It was over.
That's all right. That's awesome.
You know, we 6 months deep on that.
Yeah, all right. Half a year.
Shit, I really don't fuck with pop unless it's like
in the drink.
And
now you're not doing that.
So
you're not drinking right now.
Red meat, I think, was fucking my whole stomach up.
Oh yes.
Old nigga problems. Had to kill that. So I just want to feel refreshed. Like, all right, can spring roll around. Because I'm going to be that nigga in the gym next week.
You going to be that nigga?
That might not make it to February.
Don't be that nigga, Sherm.
So I don't appreciate you.
No titties. No titties. I'm not talking about your titties. Your titties are fine. I'm talking about my titties. What's your name?
I'm just saying, I feel like everybody got to do it. I mean, I went through the crib, cleaned up like everything in the crib. You know what I'm saying? Like,
just trying to get a refresh, huh?
Yeah.
But did it take 1/1/2018 for you to just say, aha moment? Like,
nah. For me, it was just moments I was working on. Like, all right, I know I want to do this, so I'm going to stop bodying.
Yeah.
I want to do that, I'm going to stop bodying. And it just so happens as the year goes around and you start to make them choices, like when you wake up that one morning, you feel like absolute shit from drinking. You're like, do I need to do this?
You just switch your liquor.
Just switch my liquor. No. I know what to drink. I just don't like the next day's effects. And I'm over that right now. So I need a break from that shit entirely, okay?
You got to go VSOP for the year of 2018.
I'm going to go with this H2.
High
H2O.
quality?
Yeah, this high quality.
And then they don't tell you about that. You got to look up this stuff, right? So they tell you, you get in the water. The water's not good because the bottle that it sits in isn't BPA free. And the plastics are chemical.
You one of them?
Oh yeah. Right. And the water, whether you get smart water, they're injected with so-called electrolytes, or you get the craze. Remember the wave I was telling you about? Everybody on alkaline water. And alkaline water. So shout out to D'Lo Brown drinking that moldy essentials water 9.5 that been recalled. But you got to be careful of that stuff, man, because water, look it up. It should be a dead water. There should be nothing injected in it. There should be nothing added to it. Water is to do nothing but replenish and hydrate. That's it.
Sounds legit.
That's the two things that it's supposed to do. Not drink a Kardashian black water that's got mad minerals.
That's the thing?
Yeah, I think Rob Kardashian was like invested in this black BLK. It was an actual, literally a bottle of water that looked like Coke.
I do remember that.
It's black. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
As soon as people drank it, like I can taste the minerals. Like, nigga.
Jesus.
You're tasting that
what
chemical.
About people who grew up on well water? I mean, what you gonna tell them?
Oh, they need to check their intestines because it's probably not right. They probably got all kind of IBS problems and acid reflux type going on. Well is disgusting. The leprechauns live at the bottom of the well.
I agree with you.
Right?
I don't know how people do well water, but that's a whole nother issue.
Put that shit in your hair, it's a wrap. If you're light skinned, you'll get even whiter. If you're Sherm's complexion, you're just ashy every day. Lotion will do no good.
Hey,
whatsoever.
It's too cold for that shit, man. I gotta go triple layers in the winter.
Triple layers, my God.
Saying.
So that's the other thing, right? So from 2017, a thing that changed. We rounded out the year with some albums. We talked about the plethora of albums that dropped. Regular Ass Town was talking about a Slim Thug album that dropped, which I was laughing my ass off. Like, wait, Slim Thug dropped the album?
Yeah, he's got he's like 30 albums on Spotify right
now.
Now.
Like it's insane.
Yeah.
So not dwelling on it because we didn't do a year-end show. So I apologize, internetz, because that was a big stink I made. Last show was like, hey, we're not done yet. We'll be back. One more episode, close of 2018.
You did throw it out there.
I threw it way the fuck out there.
Yeah.
And it was like,
real life shit starts happening, man. It's going to happen.
Throwing a baseball to a kid that throws his mitt up and the sun's in his eye. And he gets sandlotted out of nowhere. Pow! You know, so
basically
it's fine. People were, you know, a couple people text me, you know, was like, hey man, y'all post the episode yet? No. Too busy living in niggerdom and 2017 finales. So it just didn't happen. But we're here now.
We're here now. I mean,
we're here now.
Hey,
the show's up, you know, so I appreciated that. But yeah, 2017 was dope, man. It finished out pretty crazy for hip hop, for music. You know, I think Jay-Z still was the champion of 2017 when you call it overall, right? From a standpoint of just obviously lyrically, sound is going to be there, but full album from start to finish, right? You can go through tons of people that came out, you know, some runner-ups for Side of Prince. I liked his album a lot. You know, and there was a couple other people thrown in there. I mean, you know, we got thrown off with the whole NERD thing and the Eminem thing.
Yeah.
This was like curveball, you know.
Yeah.
Can't even say anticipated anymore. And it was a good year. I think the year went fast. I think this is the only time I can say literally like, damn, January's here. Shit, that last year went quick.
Quick as shit.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, what say you, Sherm, closing out that 2017? Like,
closing out the year.
Any highlights like for you?
Nah, not specifically. I think Damn and 444 are probably my standouts. Like, that's it. And,
and then shout out to Rose Gold, Rose Spitting 14KT.
Absolutely. Shout out to them.
With the Rose Gold album was Fireworks, also in our top 3 that we chose.
Over Your Shoulder by Rose Gold. That shit is heavy on my playlist. I play it a lot.
Yeah.
So shout out to them for that.
Yeah.
Probably one of my favorite tracks this year for sure.
On that whole shit, huh?
Yeah, but you know, no, the year did go by fast. A lot of shit happened. I'm trying to think, man. I don't even remember what movies came out. None of that shit. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it was
like
slow.
Once you get this age, man, it's just like,
yeah, like nigga, I came in what I did last week.
Nah,
you're like, really? Shit. I don't remember saying that. I'm at the point where I don't remember saying shit. Like, I didn't say that. I'm confident that I didn't say that, and 9 times out of 10 I probably said it. So.
When we had that Black Mirror shit, and you got shit in your eyes, and rewinding conversations,
and a little nigga, you know, I used to tell people when they breath stink, get that little man out their mouth. They're like, "What little man?" I said, "The little man that's taking his shit on your tongue." That shit's really happening now. Little men are in people's tongue, shitting.
It's probably some little man out here somewhere right now shitting in somebody's tongue. This is a crazy world we live in.
It's a very crazy world. Get your hygiene up, internet. Get your dental hygiene up.
That's not the way for 2018.
Yeah, I don't think people stay in their mouth long enough. Pause. You know, like they got to hit all quadrants of the mouth, all 4 quadrants of the teeth, right? Like it's a smile, it's a flip the brush upside down, hit them back teeth on left and right. It's a flip the brush back over and hit them on the top of the bottoms, and got to hit that tongue and the roof of that mouth.
Man, you'd be surprised in this point in life how many people you got to tell basic shit. Like, I got to tell you how to wash your damn hands because you trife as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Like, why are people still not going out having toothbrushes on them?
I don't know.
Who internets, if you're out here in 2018 and you're brushing your teeth with your finger again, like you were fucking 2, just get your finger out and put your finger out and do that. That shit did absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Hell, I'd rather just not brush. I just savage mode it. Fuck it. I'm not doing
savage mode. Fuck it is right.
Just give me some Listerine. I'm out here.
I'm gonna gargle that shit under this plaque. They ain't wiping the plaque away.
I'm smooth.
Or last night's shawarma that stuck behind my teeth. But fuck it.
Nah, none of that shit, man.
None of that shit, man. So to talk about shit 2018. What don't we bring over
going forward? Yeah.
All right. You talked about resolutions, but we don't believe in. I don't believe in resolutions. So what shouldn't they bring over in 2018?
Well, personally, I believe in change. I believe in change a lot. It's going to happen.
Sounds like he's campaigning. I believe in change. Beautify Bluffington.
It might happen one day.
It might happen. Shermy J for president.
I mean, I believe in change, right? So it's going to happen. It's inevitable. So shit, you might as well start rolling with the punches now. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you've been at your job and you ain't got a raise in 5 years, motherfucker, don't bring that job with you in the next year. Start plotting a better job. So,
damn, a raise in 5 years? Could you imagine that?
I could, because motherfuckers will try you like that.
Or the raises of, all right, well, we're going to go ahead and give you 2%.
Yeah.
2%.
Get that hot 17 cent.
A hot 22 cent. Like,
what am I going to do with this, dude?
Fuck, I'm going to do with this. That's going to get taxed.
Exactly.
22 cent turns into 12 cent. Like, yo.
Yeah, exactly. So, shit like that. If you're a negative thinker, and I think that's a lot of people don't realize they're a negative thinker. They put an idea in the world, they instantly shit on that idea. Like, cut that shit out.
Yeah,
don't
I
bring
agree.
that into the
I agree. The mindset has to change.
Yeah.
If you want to proceed and all about progression, I agree with you. Your mindset has to change.
It starts there, bro.
Yeah, and it's there's been books out and things out, the power of positive thinking and The Secret and all these other things about putting it out to the universe and just mentally doing that. I mean, I believe in that truly because we're a society that, like you said, always puts stuff out, or we're always, and I've been guilty of the same thing before too. I'm not perfect. Always thinks the worst first before the positive.
Exactly.
Like, shit, like, okay, you go to this job. Oh, I might not get this fucking job. Oh, they might not like me.
I
like,
fucked up on the third question.
Yeah, you might start like just instantly, like you said, slamming yourself or slamming the situation. And the mindset needs to change now of, hey, I'm probably gonna get this job. I'm gonna do good at this, and then like the positive shit happens.
I think you have to speak it into existence, right? So that's one thing. Like if you do that for yourself, that's fine. I tried to kill all that because the downs of life will make your ass look at the ups all the time,
right?
So I feel like if you got somebody in your life, I don't care if they your friend, your relative, whatever, and they one of them people that just starting to feel like a boat anchor to you, man, let them the fuck go.
Let them go, right? And that's the
over.
problem, Sharon. Why do you think certain people can't, right? Because, I've had to let some people go in my lifetime that have been around and a lot of times it's your friends primarily that can keep you down. Like if they're not helping you, everybody talks about moving to the next level per se, but if they're not helping you change their mindset, or like, Cat Williams used to say, we trying to keep things pushing around here, like
exactly,
like if they're not trying to help you do that, they may be great people.
They might be.
But again, if they're not encouraging you to go ahead and do this, or they're discouraging you to say, hey, I don't know about that, this, that, and the other, and
that
else failed. You should be careful.
I was about to say, if you got a friend, anybody, you want to
family,
just test them out. Say, oh, I want to do this. I want to do something. I want to open a store. You might not give a fuck about opening a store. Just say it. If they say some stupid shit like, why would you want to do that? You're done. You're done. You're done. You tell me
everything. Not, bitch. I'm trying to get this money.
I'm trying to do something, anything.
And a lot of times too, it could be people's folks. It could be their parents, right? It could be, a father or a mother or a sister or a brother. That's, you've been with them forever and you grew up with them, and it's like, hey, that's family. I got to kind of listen to what they say. But in essence, like, you take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? As a silly cliche, it's with a grain of salt. Why not like with a grain of grits or grain of potato chips or some shit? It's always with a grain of salt, I guess. It's salt because it's salty to taste it and you're trying to digest, whatever.
Do you throw the salt over your shoulder?
Yeah, and not the whole thing like Dumb and Dumber, like just a pinch.
Yeah.
Kick his ass, sea bass. But, yeah, I don't know. I agree. I just, you got to just keep it pushing. Watch out for the haters. And that was one of my biggest things is like, don't drag bitch assness into 2018.
Yeah. And
bitch assness has to stop. Right. And what I mean by that is, stop looking at what the next person is doing. Right.
Why does the fuck does that matter?
It doesn't matter. And I think by nature, and what you see and who you're around, naturally it's like, oh, they're driving a dope car. Oh, life seems to be going well for them on Instagram. Oh, they've got new clothes. Oh, they've got a new pair of Cardis or whatever the fuck it is. It's like, why don't I have that? And
which is a valid question,
right?
But don't be that person that's looking at the person that's getting it and being like, fuck him. He ain't doing shit. I'm going to go through every photo on this page and comment some hater shit.
Exactly.
It took you 3 hours to go through 85 pictures and dislike shit.
And what could you have been doing to improve yourself? It's only one of you, right?
So it's like you said, well, what's the problem? Like I said, I think people are scared to change. So they won't, anybody that is trying to change and do better, they look at that and fearful of it, and they go, I don't want to step on the ledge.
Why do you think that is, though?
I don't know. That's not a mentality. Why do fucking perverts look at kids? I don't know. That's not a mentality. I don't want to know. I don't want to know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? That's the same way I look at that. You sitting there being negative and drowning in your own sorrow. You looking like you holding one red balloon and it's always gray in your life. I ain't got time for that. Like, wake the fuck up.
Wake up!
So that's the year of this year. Wake the fuck up.
Wake the fuck up, internet.
It's 2018. Come on.
And just stop all the perpetrating, right? Live within your means, right? If you can't afford the car and your shit is bumped and you getting the radiator fixed and the oil changed and maybe your shit's shotgunning, every time you start that bitch up, let it be. That's just what it is. It may not be that way forever, right? Like, live within your means, stay down till you come up.
Yeah,
right?
I agree with that all the way.
Like, you can't, and it goes back to looking at what the next man, the next person is doing. That's awesome for them. We don't know their journey or where they or what they had to do to get that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was handed to them. Maybe it was just, easy because daddy, mommy was able to just throw it to you.
You might have sold somebody out. You never know.
You never know, right? A situation. So it's like, stay in your own lane for 2018, man. Like, everybody's got some type of skill, right? Some way, shape, or form, right?
I agree with that.
It may not be singing. It may not be rapping. It may not be writing poems or fucking looking the best or whatever, but you got something. Like, play to your skill is what my thing is. And if you want to do something in that realm, it shit'll come to you. You know what I mean? But you got to be working at it. Whatever the fuck that is. I don't know what it is. If you shit talking, be the best shit talker that you are.
People always down themselves, look at themselves. Oh, I don't got nothing. I can't offer nothing to the table. I don't think you look hard enough within yourself if you feel like that. I mean,
right.
Got to be a basketball player. That's probably a black plight problem. They teach us, you're going to be a basketball player, a fucking gangster. No, nigga, you can be a lot of good things. You can be fucking engineer, a doctor, a lawyer, whatever.
Yeah.
A Laker. Anything.
A lawyer. Don't be like me.
I'm right there with you, bro. Like, why sell yourself short? Like, why look in the mirror and go, oh, I'm a sucker? And if you do feel like that, make a fucking plan and not be a sucker, man.
Yeah, change that shit. I was just saying, I was at the goddamn drive-thru McDonald's getting some fries and a Sprite. I'm a little cheery at 8 o'clock at night, I guess. It just has some energy.
You know they don't sponsor us, right? Don't shout that
at all. Fuck you, Ray Kroc.
Yeah.
But I was at a fast food establishment through the drive-thru. And, I'm just trying to be nice to a motherfucker. It's cold as hell here. Why not see a smiling face? I consider myself a handsome gentleman. And I simply said hello, as if I worked at the motherfucker, but I'm paying. She just, I'm like, well, fuck you too then, bitch. Is what I wanted to say as the window closes. And then she handed me the receipt. I'm like, if you're that unhappy, then quit.
Oh, man.
Quit. Nobody told you to work at fast food. Nobody told you to come home every day smelling like a fucking burger.
Smelling like White Castle.
Smelling like ass and onions. That's you chose to do that.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah.
You chose to wear them Rockport World Tours with them fucking Buddy Lee Dockers that was black, now they blue because you didn't wear them so much. And then you had your damn Samsung Note in the back pocket of your ass cheek and it's made a fucking white cutout because it sat back there so long and you kept wearing Monday's pants Wednesday.
Listen,
you forgot to wash them Saturday.
You ever go into one of these establishments and you see that one lady that been in that bitch since fucking 1772 and shit. And you look at her shoes, and her shoes are like 45-degree angled. Like, damn, you literally walking on wedges, but like sideways wedges. You been living in this motherfucker. Listen.
And that's always the one that has a different color vest on. Like, everybody have like the black vest on. She got that burgundy one on.
And she's somebody auntie that's out here negative as hell. Like, why you want to do that? Because I don't be working at McDonald's with your ass.
It's your ass all day.
God,
Gretchen,
yeah.
shit. That's another thing. Old names kill me, internets. If you're having babies and shit, 2018, don't name your children these old fucking slave names.
You're not with the Hezekiahs.
Gretchen and Hezekiah, like you said, or fucking Winston, or goddamn Elizabeth, or motherfucking what was the nigga?
Carson or some dumb shit.
Yeah, just slaves.
I'm not with for
Mason.
I was just about to say that. I hate.
I'll take that back. Somebody's name Mason. Shout out to you. You know who you are.
It's just weird to me though when it's like little girls with the boy names like that though. Wilson or fucking Todd or some. I worked with a woman named Johnny at one point. That was crazy. Even though that was kind of dope, but.
What was it? J like N-N-Y? Or
no, it was spelled. It was like Jonni. It was totally different.
Oh, wow!
But when you see it on paper, you're like,
so it was like Joni, but it wasn't Joni. Exactly. It was like Johnny.
But yeah, she pronounced it Johnny. Like
she was white,
named after my granddad. I'm like, okay, that's what's up.
Your granddad was a bitch.
I loved her to death though.
Love her to death.
Yeah, but no, it's just weird to me. We are in the year of that. It was just weird ass names,
Ursula.
God no, I hope not. That name better not ever come back.
There's an Ursula out there.
A baby Ursula.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Gertrude.
Baby Gertrude.
Penelope.
These are good. You know, these are the golden girls, fucking kids. The kids that grew up watching the new reruns, or the new age kids watching reruns.
Listen, but it could be. I guess it could be worse. Like those people could be saying the same thing. Like, well, at least I'm not Cardi B, where her sister's name is Hennessy.
Her sister's actual name is Hennessy?
Her real government name is Hennessy.
Well, I don't even know what to say. I didn't know that. I did not know that.
And there was a clip out there floating around with her on Jimmy Fallon that's been all over the internets, and she speaks on that. But I've known that before because I guess she's on Love and Hip Hop. Never watched the show, but knew that was a part of whatever. And like, you know, they used to call her sister was named Hennessy. They used to call her Bacardi. So she tried to make that name like through IG and Twitter. They like, nah, bitch, we deleting that shit. So that's why here's the whole Cardi B. Here's the whole Bartier Cardi versus Cartier.
See, I didn't know little nuggets of information like that because I, like you, do not watch thought television.
Yeah.
So
nor listen to Le Radio.
Yeah, right. So I had no idea.
Yeah, we're all on the internets, but that's a little fun fact in case you didn't know.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, twist the little words up, and she had an awesome year. You know,
I don't think she's just getting started out there.
Yeah.
Like Migos. I think honestly, Migos, going back to hip hop for a minute, I think Migos are probably going to slide down in the standings. I think she's probably going to rise up.
I don't know. I think they're just,
at least for the first 6 months of 2018.
I think they're letting her take her turn, because we talked about this. I don't know if this still is happening, but Kanye was supposed to be producing the entire Migos album. Like, I know he had signed up to do it.
Right.
Don't know how many tracks have been done or if the album is complete, but that's who was supposed to be producing their next album, Culture 2 album. So whether or not that continues to happen is to be seen, right? Same thing, Drizzy Drake, he's still been heating up. You know, he got some shit probably ready to come out and just drop and be like, whoa. You know, Drake's always the wild card, man, when it comes to that, just dropping it on you. Like,
well, this is Drake's 10th year, though. I mean,
special.
It is, but at the same time, okay, you're kind of over. You know, I'm not gonna say you're over the hill, but now it's time for the next guy to come in and take that prime spot. Who is that next guy? I don't know.
Who is the next guy?
Drake had a quiet 2017, to be honest with you. It wasn't Drake-like.
Yeah, I mean, he did. He was touring. He was, Boy Meets World tour over in Europe.
Boy Meets World tour.
Getting that Europe cash. Come on, that's an old Fred Savage.
That's one of those ones.
Was it Fred or was it Ben? Ben's his older brother. Ben's the Wonder Years.
Yeah,
Fred's the
older one, because Fred was in Little Monsters, which I happened to be watching before I came over here.
God.
But Ben Savage was this.
Ben Savage is So old Ben Savage reference. Boy Meets World, whatever. He's from Canada, bro. Let's not forget that. He's not from the States.
Hey, I gotta remind you of that shit. Okay,
so I'm
just saying.
It's some corny shit every now and again. Aubrey's gonna
hit you with that.
Some silly shit.
I'm like, okay,
but he's making his however many millions per night.
I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying like artistically he's done or nothing. I'm just saying his time in the limelight, hip hop's is really a young man's sport. So you really only got so much time to shine. And I don't know if the wave right now, hip hop is, I don't know if Drake can continue riding.
But I think he still
at the top.
He's still got that great team behind him, letting him know when to drop, when to go. Right? Because you still, like you said, young man's sport, but you still got the people that we look up to. I mean, hell, look at Jay-Z. Great year. Motherfucker's almost 50.
But Jay-Z
outshined everybody.
Jay-Z has throughout his career gone back and said, well, what's hot? Let me fuck with that. What's hot? Let me fuck with that.
But this album, he didn't do that though.
No, this album, he stepped out and said, I'm gonna be a grown man on this album.
Exactly.
So I'm kind of curious as, what he does next.
Yeah. And we talked about him. It's funny. I listened to the old episode of us. It was a Magic Carpet Ride to Nowhere. For the internet, I need to reference back to the show.
Yes.
And we were talking about Eminem. And then I went back a couple of years and, kind of bouncing around, talking about Combat Jack, rest in peace, Reggie Osei, who passed over 2017 last month from colon cancer, stage 4.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Cancer.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Yeah, R.I.P. Reggie. And, he had Denine on his show from D12, and he was referencing, this was like 2-3 years ago, I think, when he talked to Denine, and he was talking about M in general, and like Combat Jack was talking about how he liked not the way I am Eminem, but I just don't give a fuck Eminem. He's like, yo, I can rock with that song. He's like, but that shit, some of his music, I don't really fuck with him. Denine was like, yeah, it's not for everybody. It's not for you. Which is funny, but fast forwarding to what you were talking about, and you gave your 2 cents on the M album, and you were like, yeah, it's just not for me. And you were like, hell, I don't know who's this album for. I mean, I thought about it again today, like, who is it for?
Yeah, so
it's we can't wait to get we're gonna follow what Denine in the next couple episodes. But yeah, I mean, go ahead.
But I was gonna say, like, when you go back to this year and looking at the outcome, the forward outcome or whatever, a guy like Drake, and all these big time artists, who are they making music for? I don't know no more.
Yeah,
I think the younger generation, the younger artists got more to say. It's probably going to grasp more. The younger folks start taking hold, start making their own noise out here.
Yeah.
I don't know who that's going to be though. That's my only thing. So
it should be interesting.
I think it's wide open for anybody who wants to take it.
It is right now. A lot of underdogs. Like I said, the Cardis who kind of came up, the Vince Staples who are creeping up like crazy. Vic Mensa tried to make his thing pop. Wasn't really feeling that album. But
yeah, I liked it.
His features are better than the album.
True.
Vic is just, I don't know. He's a unique cat.
Anybody this year you got your eye on? Because I don't even know who's dropping as of yet, man.
I don't, man. I really wish, honestly, and I don't know if it'll happen or not because the space he's in, I really wish J. Cole would give us something else besides that, For Your Eyes Only. I know he said when he dropped that album, it was something in the concept he had been thinking about, and he was just going to put it out whether niggas liked it or not. Like, it was just him. This is the first time he's just put what he's wanted to put out. And I'm like, great. That shit,
no love.
Fold clothes and neighbors think of selling dope.
Go back and listen to that album again. You're probably like half of it.
I've always did. It's
okay.
like there's maybe, out of whatever, 10, 12 songs, I've maybe like 4 or 5 of them.
Right.
But, the shit, I get the concept, nigga. You're talking about your daughter, your homeboy's daughter.
You're happy.
Yeah.
Like I tell Fresh all the time when we discuss hip hop. Happy shit don't sell, man.
Happy doesn't really sell.
Nobody wants to be happy. I mean, Usher was at his lowest when he was at his happiest. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Right. So Confessions album was fire.
Yeah. And he just ruined a bitch life. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You wanted to fuck Chili. Totally fucked that up. Coliseum. So with a fat bitch and
we as consumers don't give a fuck about that.
We don't.
Because pain makes great art.
Pain makes great art.
And I don't think you really in pain when you're happy, so that shit becomes whack. The only song that was happy and that is happy and is dope as fuck was Happy. Fucking Pharrell.
It was Pharrell. And that disappointed me too. I don't know. I don't know who I'm looking forward to, man. It's and I don't know whether I don't know who I'm looking forward to because I can't think of it off top, or I don't know who is being talked about, right? Because you know how media hypes that shit up like
true,
very highly anticipated album of the year from Drake.
Yeah.
Highly anticipated. Kendrick and Drake's. So here's the thing I was telling Regular Ass Tom. I'm glad you brought that up, actually. I just thought about it. I think this year we're going to continue to see even more collaboration albums.
Which I can fuck with.
So I can too, to an extent, right? Because
true.
Who came out? Who was one of the first that you could recall doing it before Sean and Metro, and then before Metro and not Quavo, but Metro and Offset?
It probably dates back, but the one that really stands out to me that made waves with this like on some Ultimate Warrior Hulk Hogan shit was Drake and Future, like what a time
to be alive, right? And then that kind of
big thing for them,
right? It kind of started and it snowballed, right? And everybody was dropping tracks together or dropping albums together,
right?
And like I said, Sean with I Decided last year in 2017, and then dropping the Metro Boomin and Sean project in 1 year. That all dropped last year,
right?
I think that's dope, but I think we're gonna see a lot more of that in 2018. I really do. Whether it's R&B and hip hop,
I agree.
Combo like the 2088. I've been waiting on the follow up from him and Janae Aiko stuff, right?
Yeah, which was fire.
That was fire.
Yeah,
that whole little project was pretty dope. So I don't know. I'm interested to see. I guess I'm interested to see what other collabs are coming. J. Cole and Kendrick would be fire.
That's the one that
whether
I
it's
feel
gonna
like
happen,
needs to happen. But it
I
probably
think so
won't.
too. It probably won't. Like getting both of these guys. I think artists get like weirdos sometimes, and they get in this like creative space like, oh, I've got to be there. Like you said, I'm happy. I'm folding clothes. I've got a baby that y'all know about.
Yeah,
good space. Like what content can I come up with? Like I don't know if it's a what can I come up with, or the shit I'm gonna come up with, like you said, ain't gonna be interesting.
Because everybody ain't living that joy you live in.
Yeah.
And that's fair. I don't want to hear you being happy. I feel like you're flaunting that shit in my face now.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
fuck out of here. What if my life is shit?
Yeah.
What if I'm eating cat food instead of taking medicine?
Hey, J. Cole did tell you to love yours though.
He did. He
right?
did.
There's no such thing in a life that's better than yours.
And I'm not knocking the music. I'm just saying like, I can get why somebody don't fuck with it. Like it's happy, bro.
Do you think, so that brings this question up. Do you think that people, hip hop specifically, is going to run out of shit to talk about?
And that's interesting you asked that, because when I start seeing all these collab albums, I'm starting to wonder Like, what is going on? Because the Jet, what's my man Quavo and was it Metro Boomin?
Metro Boomin, and Metro's been making them dockets.
The Jack Huncho Jack shit they just dropped.
Travis Scott, and Quavo. Yeah,
I didn't care for that at all. And here's why though. On theory and on paper and artistically it should work, but it just didn't for some reason. I listened to it. I'm like, I don't. This
I get how many times though? Like the first burn, I heard it. It sounded like everything else on the radio.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like
yeah, exactly.
It's a Travis and Quavo type thing. So it's Amigos and Travis type sound.
But that was my thing. After a while, I'm just like, all right,
what is this?
Yeah. Like, all right, I fucks with Travis music on his own.
Yep.
Obviously, fuck with Quavo's music on his own. It's like, all right, after 2-3 tracks.
So that's what I'm saying. You feel it was forced? You feel like
after track 4, track 5, track 6, now you're like, all right, what the fuck? What are y'all talking about?
Yeah, what are you yeah, exactly. Yeah, there was probably about half of the album that was fire, and then it's like, yeah, you're right. Like, okay, y'all niggas is just high singing some shit on
right,
whatever.
And it sound good, but I don't know. And that got me to thinking, like, going forward this year, when I heard that shit, I'm like, Migos, I don't know. You got to give me some more bangers because I don't know.
But that Culture album was fire.
It was fire.
I didn't expect it to be as good as it was.
I don't know why. I tried to get you to listen to their older
shit. You did. You absolutely did. You're right.
Fire.
You're right. I just was in that whole era. I think what jaded it for me at first was the whole Yachty and Uzi Verts of the world.
Oh yeah.
So I think everybody that collectively came out, you kind of grouped them. Like it was kind of like the era back in the day. I feel like a dinosaur talking about that shit. The Dipset era and all of that, and the rock era. Like you kind of felt Dipset fell by the wayside because you had Jay, Beans,
there's a big label,
Freeway, like
stars,
right. So you kind of like Dipset, Diplomats, but after we already digested what The Rock was giving you, you're like, let's check these Diplomat niggas out. You're like, okay, Jewel's got some shit,
and you were like,
Jones,
oh shit,
There's
the
Cam,
whole wave, right? And plus, at the time, Cam's taking shots at the biggest name in the game, Jay-Z, on his label, so that you probably gonna notice that.
That's funny, that whole old boy shit still to this day. Like,
but none of that telling
Jay, telling her, delete that shit, done. Don't add this nigga's verse. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
And I guess, because that was the thing. Like the song "Oh Boy," Jay-Z it wasn't a remix. It was on the actual song.
Jay-Z's verse was supposed to be.
Jay-Z's verse was supposed to be on there. Cam told the engineer and everybody else, delete that shit. Take it off the computer.
Damn.
Delete it.
That's kind of a sucker move, though.
But I see why he did it.
I did, too. You don't want him stepping on your track.
Yeah, you ain't going to outshine me, nigga. Nah. So I get it.
Damn, I would like to hear that verse.
And no one's ever going to hear that shit ever. It's gone, baby.
I'm kind of disappointed by that now. You
super disappointed.
Fucked my whole year up, bro. Jay had a verse for "Oh Boy," I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's bad.
Yeah, but, even them kind of stories and intrigue and all that kind of shit, I don't see these new artists bringing that to the table this time of year. I
don't see longevity there. I don't know if people are going to still be rocking with Uzi this year. Maybe.
He's got a couple tracks I actually fuck with.
But does he have a cult following enough to,
take him past however long?
Wherever. I don't see people bumping Yachty, and I could be wrong. I don't see people bumping Yachty in 2 years.
They just got to keep growing artistically.
They do.
It's an upward trend. You know what I'm saying? You just got to keep going.
And I'm curious to see who comes out and what type of sound and wave that it makes, right?
Exactly,
I think I'm curious to see what T Grizzly's gonna do.
Yeah, me too.
Right?
Me too.
Fire ass album. He did a collab with Lil Durk.
Oh yeah, he sure
Blooders?
did. Yeah.
Like I said, everywhere I turned, I'm like,
damn
collab album. I'm like, whoa, shit you didn't even hear of that wasn't even made. I'm like, wow, they did an album. Okay, cool. So where does he go? What does his progression look like? You know what I'm saying? Jeezy messes with him. Jay-Z endorses him. That's dope. But now what's his journey look like? I'm just curious to know, and we know about the drugs. We know about the niggas being locked up. We know about the niggas being shot. We know about the motherfuckers you'd buried. All right, cool.
Now what?
What's your sophomore album looking like?
And that's a good point you raised, because if you're a newer cat now, you probably blew up because of something over the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is usually flash in the pan, fly by night. So if you're a nigga that's half-assing your artistry, but you got a song that blew up, and now that first album, it actually hit for you, you ain't got shit for that second album because you don't really know what, you know what I'm saying? You never intended to go past the first. People don't get to grow anymore, so niggas fall off real quick these days.
Real quick. I'm curious to see what the sound of, and even not even so much hip hop, right?
Yeah,
R&B,
musically, period. Yeah.
right? SZA had an awesome year last year, right? I didn't think her album was gonna be as dope as it was, and that shit, I enjoyed that shit.
That's true. Yeah,
Like start to finish, like dope, right? She had concerts, she made her money on tour.
Oh, yeah.
Now she came to Detroit, that shit was sold out. It was a line wrapped around and down Woodward and on the freeway to go see her, right? Packed show, and I think she's gonna be great whenever she decides to drop her sophomore project.
Keep going, right?
Right, I
Yep.
think she can keep going with that. But like the Alicia Keys, terrible, awful. That her voice is gone. She's Lauryn Hilled it to me.
Yeah, right?
Right?
Something happened with her, but
Something
yeah, I get
happened
you.
with her, gone, like out of here. Like singing and R&B, really? I don't know. Like Bruno Mars, we talked about offline while we were right before the show. Okay, cool. Bruno's gonna keep that shit rolling, and he's gonna make poppy type records, and
He gonna get you moving.
Bruno's gonna get you moving, and he's gonna get the bag for this summer. Like you niggas will still be singing to Bruno this spring summer, right?
Yeah.
In 2018. But then I'm wondering, like, who else, right? Like Tiller kind of disappointed me last year. I like the album, almost like that. The second album better than the first in certain parts, but where does he go? Right, there's not really any male. I can't really think of any male R&B guys that are somewhat young that.
I mean, Chris Brown
Breezy
is probably
and
the only dude.
fire. And it's like, damn, nigga, you didn't drop 70,000 tracks.
in one shot.
You made a remix. I mean, we talked about the internetz. If you didn't listen to the last show, he added another 12 or 15 tracks to his already 45 track, shit. And it's like, damn, you didn't hit niggas off with 100 songs. So are you really checking for a Breezy album this year? Not really, because you still trying to digest the same shit he dropped last year. I
know.
He gave you a lot of music.
But that's the thing. How much is too much? Like, damn, you got to give me 50 tracks just so I listen, and I'm only gonna listen for 5 minutes, just because that's just what I do.
And skip around, you skip around, and I mean,
50 tracks too much.
That's like making a CD back in the day, and you went way past the 80-minute. You put them in folders.
Yeah,
'cause you were burning disc and get you a folder. I get you 5 folders.
Yeah, exactly. So Chris, shout out to Chris Brown for that.
Shout out to Breezy for that. But it's like, who really? I mean, I'm just thinking, and I hate to sound like an old nigga when I say that. Mary J. Blige. No, hell no. Mary J. Blige is hurt music. I'm tired of Mary J.
There's another person. She started making happy shit and almost fell off.
But
that's a whole nother issue. Yeah.
Too happy. I like depressed bitch Mary. I like battered and whooped ass beat
I'm going
Mary.
down, Mary. Yeah.
I'm going
you
down.
hate to say it, but
I love it.
The pain makes it
The
better.
pain makes it better. I like the bitch when she's wearing an oversized hat covering her eyes. Right at the MTV Awards with sunglasses on in every shot, she got her ass whooped. Sing that pain, bitch. Sing it. But you're right. I mean, I don't know. Like, again, back in the day, there was Joe. Joe had his shit and it was on fire. R. Kelly had his shit and was on fire. Like, you would expect summer bangers from these people. You would expect catchy songs from these people. It gives you that diverse kind of, music level or taste when you retire with hip hop, you could jump over to R&B. But I find myself nowadays listening to more older R&B. I'm like, damn, I feel like a real old nigga for real. Like, sit around and look at your parents and your uncle and all them niggas is putting on the OJs and the Isleys and everybody else. You're like, okay, that's cool. You fuck with it. She's like, damn, why y'all niggas always, cause I can't fuck with that new shit y'all listening to. You like,
you've hit that point officially now, huh?
With R&B, yes.
Okay.
Hip hop, because like we always talk about, it's still a young genre.
Yeah.
Right? It's only been around since the fucking 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
Right? Late
Almost
70s, early
40,
80s,
yeah,
right?
almost.
So it's the youngest genre of music that's out there right now. So me going back to Big Pun or Pac, and it's 20 years old or 25 years old, but it's still, I mean,
like, it literally, the whole era changes every 5 years.
it changes, right?
Shit in 81 ain't gonna sound like shit in 2017 at all.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I get that, but with R&B, you're right. It's not popping in R&B.
It's not popping.
There ain't no guy groups no more. There ain't there's no grown man R&B singers, really. All these new dudes sound like girls to me. Like they whine.
Yeah.
They like Bryson Tiller, he whines.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of the other one. And I ain't knocking their music because I like the music, but I don't think they step to the game. They're not like you said. I'm not putting that shit on with old heads.
Yeah.
You can't. It's only so many new dudes you're gonna put on with old heads in the room. They're
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
On the other time, what is that bullshit?
Bruno Mars, Versace on the floor.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I don't know. We'll see, internets. You tell us what you think. Tell us who you checking for in 2018. We'd love to hear from you, man.
I need to know, man.
I need to know because maybe it's somebody we forgot. Because I feel that happens all the time. And I know that happens when we're talking about shit. People are at home like, motherfucker, you forgot to talk about, because I got feedback from one show we were talking about. I think we did top 5 lyrical artists or something like that a couple shows ago. Oh, man, I got like a couple messages like, hey, man, really? Your list was ass.
Yeah, and I was disappointed about some lists that night.
I put it was like nigga, you put DMX in there. I'm like, bro, listen, I already gave myself the disclaimer of I'm gonna miss somebody. I'm not thinking about this. Nigga, but DMX. I'm like, DMX. Yes,
you did that.
I did that. Top 5. It happens, and it all goes down here at the BTF show.
Crazy, man.
Crazy. Internets. We're gonna take a break, so definitely stay there. Stay tuned. We'll be back. Scumbag Sherm, BTF Teek, Blue Tigers Fitted. Check out Freshly Made Music. Let's go.
What up, Detroit? This is your man Pete from the Netherlands. It's great to be back in the city and nice to drop by. I always listen to Blue Tiger Fitted on Tuesday when I'm here or when I'm in the Netherlands. So check it out.
Blue Tigers Fitted Network, internet's back from the break. Hope you enjoyed that again. Shout out to Freshly Made Music. Been rocking with us since we started, internet. So everything you see, listen to, hear, it's all good. Yeah, Freshly made music. I promise. You'll enjoy it and you'll love it.
You're right.
Interludes.
You will.
Beginning. Yes, you will. So shout out to you, Fresh. Appreciate you, man, and everything you do. So check this out, internets. We're going to wrap up the second half. It's the belligerent half. It's the second half that we always like to get into. The funny shit. It's always funny. The first part was funny. Informative, yet funny. Maybe you listen to it in your job or in the shower. Be kind of weird if you was in the shower listening to me, but
yeah, it'd be very weird, especially if you're a man. Like, don't turn me on in the shower.
Don't turn me on in the shower.
I'm putting that out there right now. Do not turn the show on if you're in the shower.
Oh man, but just again talking about expectations, what we're looking forward to, man. I know again, not trying to dwell too much on 2017. However, our favorite comedian, Mr. Dave Chappelle, did drop his Netflix series, man, which is pretty dope. An additional 2 comedy specials on December 31st that were readily available to me like 2:00 in the morning that morning. I'm like, yes, I don't have to wait no stupid ass time like noon or some shit to watch it. And the one where I guess he was in LA where he was sitting down in a close-up shot, it wasn't as funny as was he back in DC for the other one where he was standing up? Because I remember he said, I'm here where I started.
Right, and he stood up at the end. I believe that one was in DC. I'm not sure what the other one was where he's on the stage.
Yeah, the one that he's not sitting down, is the funnier one, personally, to me. Simply because it's Dave Chappelle. He's going to be high. He's going to tell some outlandish-ass joke that's just totally left field. Such as the one where, he talked about how confident, how good he is. He's like, man, I'm so good now. I just come up with the punchline before I even come up with the joke. He's like, I got a punch bowl at my house I got a fish bowl full of punch lines at my house where I just think of shit and write it down and throw it in there and come back to the joke later. And he's like, I'm so good. He starts to tell that whole story. And he's like, the name of this punchline is, then I punched her in the pussy. Or then I kicked her in the pussy.
Right in the pussy.
Yeah, then I kicked her in the pussy, you know. And you're like, what the fuck? Where is this going to come? You know, and obviously kind of like the OJ thing he did in the last one. Like, I'll tell you about OJ, my experiences 3 times when I met OJ. You know, you knew he was going to tell some type of joke and wait for it, whether it was towards the end or whatever. And then he told a joke of being over his friend's house as a kid and being over the house and eating dinner. And he went to go wash his hands. And someone stopped him. And his aunt stopped him in the hallway and said, hey, did you join us for dinner? He's like, then I kicked her in the pussy. Bang! Like, just random shit, you know. And I appreciated that. You know, there was other funny ass joke where he was talking about, you know, how he didn't know how some of these transgender people are out here and thought this one chick was a chick, but it was really a dude. And then ends up finding out like after they've been dancing all night. He's like, damn, bitch, we got 2 more songs. Why don't we just go ahead and finish?
Keep going.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't fuck. Calm down. I didn't fuck. He's like, I titty fucked her, but it's different. I was just trying to borrow some friction from a stranger. It's like,
you know.
So there's a couple one-liners in there and a few stories that I gave a good chuckle to.
See right there, a good chuckle, bro.
Yeah, good chuckle.
I ain't gonna lie. I remember regular last time hit us up in the group chat, you know, BTF chat, and he's like, "Yo, the Chappelle's out." And I hear it in my time voice. I'm not gonna do the time voice, but I hear it in my time voice.
You hear it in your time voice.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. Later on, I cut it on. I'm watching him like, you know, halfway is dope. The other half, I'm just like, I start to feel like he was soapboxing me, like, bro.
How so?
He went on and on and on about Trump and politics and all that shit. And it's like at this point, I know that shit is fucked up. I'm done, man. All year I was watching that clown show. So going forward, I'm like, until a war actually breaks out, I'm gonna chill on that. You know what I'm saying? So from that regard, I know Dave's always been a political comedian, but I don't know. I just thought he was overdoing it this time. Like, damn, dude, just tell a fucking joke.
Just tell a joke, nigga.
Jokes and
jokes.
Yeah,
spaghetti.
But it was funny though. I'm not knocking Dave's hustle. That definitely. I watched both of them back to back. Like nothing happened.
Yeah,
you know, so,
exactly.
Yeah, so I'm down for the cause. I don't know, man. You gotta give me something else. He talks about Dave a lot nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
I don't want to hear about that shit.
Why not? I mean, why not?
Like the story's just like, I pulled up in my Porsche, you know, to my little redneck ass town I live in. Like, you just gonna big time the whole audience,
time the whole shit,
and the crowd, and the whole state of Ohio. There's only like 4 people with a Porsche in Ohio, so
I don't know, man. Yeah, exactly. 4 people with a Porsche, and Dave has 2 of them.
Shout out to Ohio.
Shout out to Ohio, Buckeye State. But you know, and it just again, what is Netflix gonna do? 2018. We know prices are going up. I think they're going to go up $1 or $2 more. From what I understand, when I was getting Netflix back in the day, it was $8.99 a month, and I was getting disc, my favorite disc CDs. Remember that in the mail?
You know what's crazy? Netflix is actually old as fuck.
It is old
because I can remember my dad. Yeah, like you. Out of nowhere, he just came home and he's like, "Oh yeah, we about to turn on this new shit." Like, how did you get this shit? Like, came in the mail, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, how did you know, pops? But
yeah, I wonder when they stopped that shit. I'm like, damn, niggas is using CDs all around.
They're still doing it.
They still give you a CD in the no, hell no.
I believe so.
There's no way.
Because not everything is on their whole digital shit now. So.
Bro, there's no way you can sign up for Netflix right now and receive a CD through the mail and digital.
I think so.
Bro, they must be doing it in like them limited ass states. Like only Idaho, Connecticut, and Wisconsin is only this.
Motherfuckers ain't got no real internet connection.
Yeah. You know no real Wi-Fi states. So y'all can fucking get. I remember getting discs, like literally.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, all right, which 8 movies do you want to fuck with?
Yeah, wait to have come in a white sleeve.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. So I get that. But I don't know if the CDs are still available. I think they are. I think they not gonna phase that all the way out just yet. It's still some janky ass motherfucker out here with just hell. A DVD player saved my ass when the situation got bad.
Hey,
you know
shout out to the PlayStation 4 is all I gotta say.
Shout out to the plug.
Shout out to the PlayStation 4 and them old boxes that I kept.
All I'm saying
in
is,
the basement.
With knowing that, motherfuckers is definitely still doing DVDs.
Still DVDs, yeah. So when it's like, that's the other thing. Like, when do you think shit like cell phones and shit are gonna improve? Right, like iPhone 10 came out, great. It was nothing but full screen. Got rid of the button.
Full screen iPhone.
Cool, right? Like, what else can phones do? We see the curved phone that's just been bent. We've seen a small compact phone. You've seen a big ass screen phone.
Right.
Wireless charging. I mean, it was a thing. If you remember, rumored years ago how people were excited about, my QWERTY keyboard is going to be fucking what's this shit? The laser fucking hologram, a holographic keyboard, and I can turn my phone sideways, and the hologram keyboard is going to come out. I can type. I can type on a flat surface.
I don't even know if I want that. That sounds like a lot of extra work.
It sounds like a ton of extra work, and I mean, like, it's going to get better for the gamer. So if you're a gamer out there, it's doing nothing but every year improving for the gamers, right?
Yeah, yep.
Speed and graphics and everything else. Like, if I can recall, right, I remember seeing one of them keynotes on Apple, how they were saying the iPhone was like the #1 gaming console, most played on something.
Oh, because everybody's fucking playing one of them stupid
Candy Crushes and some shit like that.
Like games I'm always seeing advertised every 3 seconds these days.
I'm like, I don't want to play Call of Duty on my motherfucking
War of Titans or some dumb shit.
Yeah, on my damn iPhone. But I wonder where phones are gonna go, man. I mean, with the constant battle between Android and iOS is going to be there, right? Like, it's the same thing almost with laptops in a way, right? Like, the tablet wars are kind of dying down. I think they're going to be a ancient art. I think
by 2020 ain't nobody,
tablets I think are going to be a thing of the past, right? Like, tablets are going to be like iPod touches.
Jeez.
Right? Remember I had an iPod touch.
I still got an iPod touch.
I brought mine somewhere floating around here too. But it's like, hey, I got an iPhone, so now I can do that same shit I was doing on the touch and make calls and texts.
Apple knew what the hell they were doing.
They knew what they were doing, right? So, I don't foresee tablets having a long life. Like you said, 2020, that's probably a great estimate. What about laptops? They're only going to get thinner, wider, connect the shit, break the bitches back, forward, make them into a tablet, make them into a keyboard. I mean, like, what else innovative tech-wise? Because every year, speed, RAM, memory, go from a terabyte to 10 terabytes to a quadrobyte. They're going to bring out some other shit like you ain't even heard of. You know what I mean? Like, where do we go, Sherm? Tech-wise, as far as phones and things.
To be honest, I don't think there's another big step you could take. I don't think there's a going from the Razr to the iPhone moment out here. If there is, it don't exist yet. Because if I knew it, I'd be rich. Okay,
there you go.
I'd be fucking doing it.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's a moment where it's gonna be like the Razr, which was literally the Stone Age, to getting a fucking flat screen TV.
Right.
All the way in the future with your iPhone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't gonna be none of that. I think this shit just gets more solidified. Like, things get better. Like you said, everything just gets faster and smaller and faster, and it just works better and more precise. I think that's just it.
I think things are going to they're going to open up more options. And I don't know if it's Apple per se, but phones in general. I think we're going to get back, how everything somewhat comes full circle. I think we're going to start to see colors again, right? How color was a big thing on phones, and not so much the interchangeable case aspect of like, hey,
like the Razr,
or
47 shades of
Nokia
blue.
phone with the weed fucking icon on the back. I don't think to that extent,
but that's kind of boring though too.
It's boring, but I think options now. I think something like there was already I think that Huawei phone and something else. Totally tech out for a minute. There was a button. A dedicated like home button or a dedicated power button that had a different color, like an orange button. It was a black phone, but an orange dedicated power button, or a dedicated volume key button that was a certain way. And I'm just like, damn, is that new wave right now? Just to have some paint splash. When you look at it with the Apple Watch Series 3 or whatever it is, Apple Watch, same watch, new shit, GPS, more waterproof, whatever. But the dial, how you distinguish if you have a Series 3 or a Series 1, the little red dot on the dial, boop, is if you got the new shit or not.
That's not even new shit to me. That's like a roster update. And 3 straight Maddens, the same game, just different rosters.
I'm gone. I remember when Madden used to say, I'm gone. I used to keep hitting like select, I'm gone. As you like get down the hall, and like the big thing with Madden back then was, when you hike the ball, the full screen down view thing. Like, damn, I'm dating myself, Genesis days.
I was just about to say, you that's like the Razr and the iPhone moment.
Definitely Razr and iPhone.
Madden in and Madden out. Shit.
Crazy.
Good Lord, no, but hey man.
Is John Madden dead?
No, he's still around collecting checks.
Damn.
He don't do shit with football.
Rich white money. Man.
Hey,
do not count my money, eat my chicken.
His voice is on all the games still, I think. So
that's crazy.
But no, as far as tech goes, man, I really think it's just gonna be more of the same, just improved and harder.
Anything. So I know you're a tech guy, but you're not looking for somewhat of tech. Regular ass Tom and I couldn't find it in time, but we'll surprise you one day. We're gonna get you a little Google Home.
Please don't.
we're gonna get you the mini pod.
The snitch boxes now.
We're gonna get you the Snitch Box 2000 for Christmas, but we couldn't get it in time. It was sold out, and it didn't come in time when we wanted it. So we're like, fuck it. We'll get it later for this guy and give it to you as a gift. But is there, again, with Alexas and Siris and Bixby's and all this other tech, like, is there anything on that end, right? Like, not necessarily phone wise, but is there anything on connected home wise? Like, right, we've had the Hue lights, and we've had being able to control your shit, is a thing to be able to automatic start your car. But then there was a thing to unlock your car and unlock your thing. Now you can unlock your doors, and there's an app to unlock your doors and your window seals and shit like that. Like, do you foresee anything in 2018 right now being some ill ass like tech that way that we can expect, or you're looking forward to?
I'm no, not to be honest, not like that. Not to just tech to just get me through day to day. I'm not gonna lie, going forward, I'm trying to get shit as green as possible, because I'm on a mission now where I don't want to pay nobody for shit.
Yeah,
and that includes any kind of power company.
Yep.
So I think the new wave is investing in something to make your house, your car, your phone run efficiently and freely as you possibly can. I don't know what that's
solar power action, huh?
Something like that.
Some Elon Musk type shit.
That's what I'm ready for. As you want to make a big jump, give me that motherfucker, that self-sustaining car. I ain't never got to put shit in.
Ain't got to get no oil changes, no maintenance on that bitch.
Drive that bitch.
I'm gonna spend $100,000 on that motherfucker, but
I would one time. That's all I'll ever do it. Like, okay.
Kids, y'all are fucked. Daddy got the 2-seater.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all done. I'm over.
Y'all done.
I ain't your daddy no more.
This is Daddy's all-purpose car. You know what that means? All-purpose. You get in this and go.
But nah, I think that's the wave, man. Like the cleaner technology and shit like that.
Yeah.
As far as technology goes, I think a lot of people gonna make strides in that.
I think apps
there's
too,
a lot
man.
of money in this whole trying to live clean and green.
Clean and green. Like, everybody's trying to capitalize. And I was saying apps, I think, maybe device wise, it's not going to be as, like you said, it's going to be improved, right?
Yep.
Whether it's a phone or the connected home shit, better lights, better LED, longer lasting this, whatever, right? A better Google, a better Snitch Box, whatever. I think the wave is going to be, like, I'm just digging and finding out about this whole Uber Eats thing, right? Like, the Uber Eats is kind of crazy. I don't know if you used the app before.
No.
So, Uber as a regular, service, right? And it's crazy because if you think about it, when Denine was on our show a couple of years ago, he spoke about, like, the one thing I'll leave y'all with is, if y'all are going to invest in something or have an idea that's like forward thinking, have an idea that's in the future of shit. He talked about Kodak, how Kodak had this film and Kodak was able to sell out, or how like Airbnb has never owned a home, but it's the highest,
real estate.
Right. Yeah. Real estate, how Uber never owns a car, right? You make you use your own shit. So that kind of idea and free forward thinking, I think that like the Uber Eats thing is pretty crazy, because you download the app. If you already have an Uber account, you're just saying like log in, right? But literally, bro, like, you can have it track your location and where you're at. And based off of your location services, it'll give you a list of all American food, Italian, Mediterranean, and Chinese, fast food, whatever, in that area.
And some random motherfucker go get it.
You pretty much go through it. If you have iOS, you can use your Apple Pay. Androids, you can use PayPal, whatever it is. Literally pick out what you want. It's a $5.99 like service charge delivery fee. So essentially, whatever you're ordering, add $6 to whatever. And it's like Uber. You literally are like, man, fuck. Like today, it's too cold to go get something. I ain't going out nowhere. $6, yeah, it's probably worth my gas time and not freezing my ass off. I can spare $6. You want a Big Mac? Fuck it. Have somebody else pick that bitch up. You want barbecue from Slows or ribs or whatever? Literally, you can order all this shit right at the touch of your hand. And then just like Uber, it'll tell you, hey, Slows or McDonald's is preparing your food. Hey, our driver is getting this. And you can see the map to where you're at based off the location it's picking it up at.
Have you used this before?
I've used it once before.
What'd you order?
I ordered pretty much like a sandwich. So which
okay,
is the name, right? Which.
Yeah.
So I ordered a Reuben with bacon and I don't know why I put bacon on it. It just sounded good at the time. Reuben with swine and an Oreo shake.
Oh,
the Doo-Doo Blues, right?
It was playing with fire.
Playing with fire. Midday.
So you wasn't like a lazy fat motherfucker just ordering some McDonald's.
I wasn't. And the only reason I ordered that type of combination is because two things. One, somebody referred me. So I got the little $5 referral fee. Then two, we found a coupon code for one-time use for $10. So I had $15 coming to your boy. And I was like, oh, well.
This is happening.
Don't mind if I do. I paid 68 cents when it was said and done after the fees and all the rest of the stuff. Like 68 cents for a turkey Reuben or a Reuben with bacon and Oreo shake. Sign me up. And literally, you see it, just like I said, to where you're at, to where they are picking up your shit. It'll update you and say, hey, your food will be here, whenever you ordered it at, in 30 minutes or at 1:37 or 2 o'clock. And you see the little car.
Pull it up with your shit.
Yeah, you can either call or text the person like, hey, bitch, you went the wrong way. One more street over.
Yeah.
Let's go. And
see,
and then there, boom, there's your food.
I'm too paranoid, man. I don't
think people are gonna put the balls on your sandwich.
I don't know what the hell. That motherfucker might be licking his fingers, going in my fries and shit. Like, they ain't putting enough salt on these bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got time for that, man. Motherfucker might reach in the box, take a pepperoni off the pizza. Like, this nigga never noticed. Like, no. This motherfucker might not wash his hands. I don't know.
Every food though, like you have to be a punk motherfucker. Like you can sign up for this Uber Eats job
out here, bro.
There are some sick people.
I don't trust it. I ain't knocking it because I'm definitely probably going to use it for sure.
For sure. At least once.
But
and especially all these coupons, and you only pay 68 cents like I did today. You're going to use it.
Yeah. Just
68 cents. Fuck it. I'm willing to take the risk. Pray over my food.
I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, there we go.
Right.
Bless this food.
Bless this food, Lord.
Lord Heavenly Father.
Lord Heavenly Father. Oh, Father God.
Bless this food. Well, yeah, you're right.
Right.
About that.
So, it's just crazy, like thinking about that shit. So I think tech and apps are going to be like that wave, like for example, and it's not available everywhere, but I know Amazon was doing, we talked about Uber Eats, but they were doing something similar to like grocery. And they were having it in certain cities where someone could go, you could pick out your grocery list for what you wanted. There's certain brands of salt, if you wanted the Kroger brand or the Meijer brand or wherever your city's Crystals, if you're down south, or I forget the other fucking spot down south. Anyway, it'll come to me. But you could pick that shit while you're down there, and then all on the app. But what's crazy, this is happening now. I've seen a video on this shit.
Yeah,
they give you a little camera that's put inside your crib, and literally you have a key. You leave a key in like a little lockbox, and a nigga pretty much grabs the key to your house.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
unlocks your side door, loads your groceries, not just throws them bitches on the ground, but puts them in your refrigerator. And kindly says you've been served by Willis today, and walks out your shit and puts the key in the box.
I don't. What is Amazon really going for, man? Because they got some wild ass ideas. They're gonna be delivering dick to bitches in the future.
Dick in the box.
Literally, like
my dick in the box.
I mean, they already want to put drones and shit and fly them over your neighborhood. Now they want to walk in your house. There's no way. Listen to your conversations all the time.
There's no way.
Amazon's kind of starting to concern the fuck out of me.
But you have that Prime membership.
I don't.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't.
You just signed. You that nigga that sign up every year for that free trial.
Hey, cancel that shit.
Cancel that shit.
30 minutes later.
They seem to always fuck with me and add that $99 on top of whatever my $5 Love Jones CD was. I'll never forget that. I was like, hey, bitch, I didn't consign to this.
Oh yeah, you did.
Oh well, BTF Teek. It says right here, fuck you, PayPal, get them.
No, but Amazon looking at my house. No, I ain't got time for that. I
don't want Willis in my house being like, damn, it's a nice ass house.
People need to be concerned. That's another thing. Like, people need to be concerned of what they're giving away in order for convenience. Like we were just talking about. We were talking about Black Mirror off air, whatever.
Yeah.
And that episode, and I hate to spoil it, but everybody's like living on social media and all these rankings.
Yep.
That type of shit's gonna be real at this rate.
I sure hope not.
At this rate, all this shit, people just letting things happen.
I sure hope a like doesn't determine my my livelihood. Fuck that nigga Teek. Dislike, thumbs down, death.
Bro, you know how many niggas out here? Yeah, it'll be a war.
It'll be a war. I would die like 8 times.
But no, I just fear technology if we keep going down this path. I ain't gonna say it's happening this year overnight, but once you start throwing away your privacies and securities and
I agree,
going, oh yeah, and saying, oh shit, this is convenient as hell. Amazon come right in my house. It's just a matter of time for when some crazy ass Amazon worker comes in. You open the door, he got a knife and kills your whole family. Now the question is Amazon liable? Probably not.
Yeah, there's no insurance policy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey, I die, $10 million goes to my family.
No, so man, it's just crazy shit. The world is crazy.
It's risk, So that's my other point. Does that lead to, with it being a connected home, and how back in the day, alarm companies, ADT, what was the other one? Something security, Guardian Security, right? Maybe in your hood or your neighborhood. I don't know, internet's what y'all's companies shit was named, but where an alarm would sound and then a notification would get sent back to the alarm company to then call, right? We do know now where wireless providers, AT&T, Verizon, so on and so forth, offer in-home services that provide you mini cameras to link up, right? To link to your mobile device. Or if you don't want to go with the provider service that you pay monthly on, you can buy certain brands and manufacturers cameras that you can set up, and based off your Wi-Fi, you can tap into it. Right. From a security standpoint. Like I have one that my notifications go off, and I got it sensitive to where the fucking sun shines too bright in my shit. I'm getting a notification like, oh shit, who's in my house? And I know I didn't leave anybody in there, but it goes off and I'm able to view. Do you think that now, rolling into that, with that being said, with all this crazy shit jumping off, do you think even with Big Brother looking and Amazon listening and Google listening, do you think that the internet should look into their own personal security type system with cameras and such, or still leave that alone because it's all in that interconnected, like we're watching you still while you're at home?
Yeah, to be honest, I think the powers that be make the internet way worse than what it would be. Because I mean, it's scumbags everywhere. The internet is like an iceberg. What you see is not as far as it goes. You know what I'm saying? It's the shit you don't see is the shit you need to be worried about. But the shit at the top, ain't nobody, that's not a big deal for most people. You know what I'm saying? That's just, I'm going on Walmart.com and buying up some shit. Right. Basic shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now, that ain't the stuff you got to be concerned with. You know what I'm saying? Because when the serious shit starts popping off, it's not on the surface. So right. You know what I mean? Like it's just one of them things, bro. Like
so you're saying should they stay away from cameras?
I would.
Yeah?
I would.
No home security, huh?
Not unless. See, it's tricky, man. In concept, the idea is perfect. You walk up to my house, a camera pops on my phone. I can see what's going on. Right. But where's that information going? That's my whole thing is some weirdo sitting in the office right now just watching BTF Teek's fucking home feed all day. And so what if you got like a lady company over or whatever? They're doing the most, this perv, and they're watching you. I don't want to think about that kind of shit, but I know it's happening. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just weird to me. Cameras, I don't think are good because I mean I like you mentioned the Big Brother thing. I'm not for that at all. Yeah. When you start adding listening devices and adding cameras and fucking Amazon man is walking to your house like drones already flying, you looking at your ass all day. I don't got time for that, bro. Like sometimes you want to disappear from the world. If you always connected, always on, you're never, ever, ever, ever gonna not be able to be found or be seen or be solicited or be hit up for some bullshit, It's true. And it's just one of them things, man. I'm kind of over that in this day and age.
It ain't for you.
Nah, might not.
So, internets, as we, close out. And again, it was something that I didn't want to gloss over in the first half. Because, shout out to, again, Reggie Osei, Combat Jack. I know that before we started our podcast, I know that I actually listened to, and again, shout out to Premium Pete. Hopefully have him on the show the next couple of weeks here. But I know I used to listen to him personally. Oh, yeah. And always thought it was pretty dope. Like, yo, who is this cat? And he started diving into kind of his legacy around hip hop, and he was hip hop's lawyer, for a long time. So he was in the courtroom battling hip hop's thing that way, right? And then became a huge and great storyteller when he decided to create the Combat Jack show.
I feel you.
And again, if you listen to the first half, he passed away this past December of 2017, stage 4 colon cancer, and it was devastating. To a lot of people. I know Premium Pete and a couple others. Indeed, Pete was with him for 7 years, 8 years, I think, on his show.
Oh, yeah, they were doing big things.
They were doing big things, man. Dallas Penn as well. And, their show was so dope and so raw to me, one, because they were in New York, right? Two, they had access to a lot of people that, celebrities, hip-hop artists. Like, he was huge on hip-hop. I know that Combat Jack's inspiration for doing the podcast was Howard Stern. He was a huge Howard Stern fan,
right?
Which a lot of people didn't know. And I don't know, when I heard it, I thought it was dope. Like, it was free. I'm like, yo, we could be doing that same thing in my city. Like, why can't we be doing that same thing? And I think it came full circle when we started our podcast, in a sense, because I would listen to them, maybe take certain things from them, how they moved, right? And how the structure of their show, in a sense, not completely biting off the show, but just seeing how they were doing things.
So
right?
we find our own group.
Yeah, exactly, right? So we kind of find our own lane. That's essentially what everybody does to find their own kind of move, right? So, it was just devastating to hear, man, that happened. And that personally with me, like I said, resonated in just like for a couple of days, at least 2-3 days. I was kind of like, wow, can't believe that. Like, I was just listening to this guy 3 weeks ago. Everybody from J. Cole to Cool J to Rakim to Coogee Rap to, Angela Yee, to whoever. Like, this guy interviewed everybody. And, the way that he was able to tell stories, the way that he was able to get the interview engaged, and the person he was interviewing, like, the questions were dope.
Yep.
And we got to find out a lot. And a lot of people that he interviewed normally wouldn't tell certain things about themselves, right? They'd be media trained for whatever, but when they come on the Combat Jack show, it was like, yo, let's put it all out there on the table, right? So I appreciated that, Reggie Osei, and shout out to his wife and his kids, because I can only imagine what they're going through.
Yeah.
Right? They lost a father and a husband. And it's around, the holiday times, like we talked about, man.
It's never a good time for it, but it's 100 times worse.
It's 100 times worse, right? Yeah. Because that holiday happens every year. And it's hard for some people because, again, making fun of it and light of it, of like, we joked about Christmas and, a pagan holiday, which that shit is real. But, just being around that time frame where it should be a joyous time. It's unfortunate that should happen. So,
which death isn't. It's not like, I don't personally, not to get all crazy spiritual, but I don't think it's the end of the story. So you just gotta appreciate Reg for what he brought to the table when he was here.
Legacy's gonna continue to live on, man.
Hell, he didn't know us at all from one iota, but he got us down here shooting our shot to the world. Dude, we were both inspired by him.
Like, super crazy. I was able to, you talk about Loudspeakers Network. You talk about guys like Chris Morrow, internetz, do your Google searches. I was fortunate enough to, and again, shout out to Premium Pete and Dallas Penn. I was fortunate enough to be on the Sneaker Fiends Unite podcast.
Right.
Where I wasn't in New York, but I was able to send Dallas Penn and Premium Pete a segment of what I was talking about for that week.
Hey, it was dope. And
edited me into the show, and super dope. Right, like, I literally felt like I was there with those guys, because that was something else under their umbrella that they had. Brilliant Idiots, all that kind of stuff. Like,
yep.
That was all them, and it was just dope, man. It was dope how they formatted that. So, I want to just shout out him and his family, and R.I.P. and legacy will live on, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Rest in peace, man. Yeah,
rest in peace for that.
He's a pioneer, man. And we look ahead 10 years, and I think podcasting's off and somewhere nobody thought it would be. We're gonna look at guys like Reggie O'Shea and say, hey, shit, if it wasn't for him, it wouldn't be right here where it is now.
None of us doing this stuff, and I think it's a lane. I know it's a lane for all of us podcasters, and it's a space in this community for everybody. And again, I found myself going back over this past week through old shows and just listening and hearing the excitement in their show, and hearing the just brilliant way that he's able to finesse and the show is able to flow. A lot of these guys, again, like us, grew up together and this is barbershop talk, right? Like we're sitting here. This is something we would do anyway without the mics,
Right.
you know? And it's an awesome opportunity for us to share with you internets. And I'm just glad and happy we're able to do this shit and continue to move forward with what we're doing, man. And we thank each and every listener, each and every week, for tuning in. And again, tell a friend to tell a friend, right? Like if you enjoy what you're hearing, tell 2 other people. Those 2 people will tell 2 other people, so on and so forth, right? And we'll keep this shit rocking. Like I said, we got some pretty cool stuff coming up for 2018. I'm very excited about, and merch is on the way. I did a little sneak peek teaser towards the end of the year.
Yeah, man, we
and it was just like, yo, where do we get one? Where do we buy a shirt? Where do we do this? And that was just our sample. And we're finalizing some different ideas. BlueTigersFitted.com will be up and pumping soon. I promise. I promise. And it's going to be a great year, man. We're about to do big things, man. I'm excited. And like I said, I was excited to get back on the mic and do this show for you guys, man. 2018. I know, like I said, regular ass time was as well. But he's making moves.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. Shout out to everybody.
His glow up's just standing up, man. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Creed. Shout out to Freshly Made Music. All those cats, man. You know how we do. Internets, this is it. Just for tonight. Just for today. First episode of 2018, Sherm.
In the bag, like nothing happened, bro.
Like nothing happened. Like a thief in the night.
Yeah, we out of here.
We out of here, internets.